Welcome back. This is Rito here with another Terraria Spirit Mod Let's Play episode. We are playing as Seth the Skeleton using melee and magic weapons. And last episode we defeated Skeletron Prime, the Frost Legion, and also Infernon, a Spirit Mod boss. And this episode we've got a new NPC over here. I have not seen this. And a bunch of new items and lots more boss fights that we can do. I don't know when we got this NPC, but let's go ahead and buy the stuff from him. Looks kind of nice. I think this NPC might be someone we get after defeating our first mechanical boss, which means we've got a few more items to add to the stuff I farmed up in between episodes. I defeated Infernon a few more times, and I got this Infernal Javelin, and it's pretty sweet. And then I got the Char Fury right here. And also the Blizzard's Edge. Lots more melee weapons, and I think they're going to be pretty powerful. And also the Infernal Shield, which is an upgrade to the Shield of Cthulhu. Let's take a look at the difference between these. This one does more melee damage, and it does 3 defense instead of 2. And it says double tap a direction to dash in flames. Reduces damage taken by 5%. Okay, that's really good. The extra damage reduction. Excellent. And that was also a drop from Infernon. And the Blizzard's Edge is actually a drop from the Frost Legion, just like the Shiverwind is. Some people also recommended that I get some glyphs, because I think these will really help. And so what I want to do is get a few Sanguine glyphs. Maybe just get 4. And that way we can infuse some of our weapons with this Life Leech. That should be pretty powerful. But before we infuse any weapons, I want to go to the surface, and I have this improved dummy. It's a Luiafk item, and I want to go ahead and just DPS test our different items and see which ones we should infuse. So our Shiver Wand can do 1600, pretty impressive. This one can do about 500 damage if you switch to it every once in a while. And this Venom Sword might actually be something we retire. It's only doing like 250, not very good. And then the Gore Staff can do about 600. So the Char Fury, unfortunately, is only doing like 200. Not very powerful. And same thing with the Infernal Javelin. Although, because it shoots so many fire projectiles, this will actually probably be pretty good. And then we have this staff right here. That's doing about 500. And this new sword that we got. Okay, so that's one that would definitely want to upgrade. And let's try the Blizzard's Edge. Ooh, actually, never mind. The Blizzard's Edge is the best one. And you get it from the Frost Legion. So for sure, let's apply the Sanguine Glyph to the Blizzard's Edge, because that is probably our best weapon. And then we could also apply it to this Shiverwind, and I think that's probably good. And now with all of our new weapons, we can summon the Mystic Moon. This is going to be a pretty fun event. The summon is actually pretty simple to craft. It's just geodes, Souls of Light, and these Astrolite shards from the asteroid biome. And a lot of people have mentioned you can get some pretty good stuff here. Oh my gosh, this weapon homes in. This is going to be so powerful. Finally, we've got a good melee weapon. Okay, let's just go climb up on this platform that I built. We're confused. Oh no, there's lots of confusion going on here. We still don't have any wings, but I think we can get some from the Spirit Biome, which some people had mentioned I should explore. So after this event, we'll definitely need to go check it out. Whoa, we're getting so many cool things. Moon Jelly and an Azure Gem. It's a pretty cool song. I love that we got these kind of crazy looking toads everywhere. And I almost forgot, we should be putting our Ichor down. Looks like it just shot mushrooms at us. Oh, okay, yeah, these are like mushroom-looking toads. What is this? Glitter flies? Okay, let's see what these craft into. Ooh, we can do a melee weapon, a magic weapon that's consumable, and oh, a magic and melee armor set. We definitely need to collect lots of these materials. People had mentioned that there's an armor set that does melee and magic, which would be perfect for this playthrough. Another thing I did in between episodes was build the unlimited basic buffs and the unlimited magic buffs. That way we don't have to keep using Iron Skin, regen potions, magic power, and magic regen. Those are just infinitely applied, and that's a Louis AFK thing. Well, it looks like we just finished the event. So I'll pick up these last crystals and let's go craft some stuff. So here is the melee weapon we can craft with the Azure gems. Okay, no projectiles, unfortunately. However, it says right click to release a flurry of strikes. So let's see what that does. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's true melee, but we do have the option of using it like a spear. And now we can craft our cool armor set for both melee and mage. It's like the perfect thing for this playthrough. And let's see how it changes our stats. We got 58 currently, and we went up to 66, so that's a really good buff. And the set bonus says, being near enemies increases life regen, increases melee speed, and reduces mana cost by 6% per enemy. And we increase our max mana by 50, we increase magic damage by 10%, and melee damage by 12%. And this is what the armor set looks like. Very cool. Honestly, if last episode we would have been able to get the Blizzard's Edge instead of the Shiverwind and farm up this Seraph armor, we would have been in such good shape against that Infernon boss. So another thing people had mentioned is that in hard mode, after defeating a mechanical boss, there's a new biome that forms. It's called the Spirit Biome, and let's see if we can go find it because I think it drops some pretty good crafting materials. Actually, it's right here. Ooh, we just got an ancient rune. Let's see what this does. Oh, it crafts into some pretty cool items here. One of the main things I want to get is spirit ore, but I don't know if that drops yet. Oh, we did get an ember. This is a pretty cool biome. I love the background with the beams of light. So I've been farming here for a while, and I just went to the wiki because I haven't gotten any spirit ore, even though I've gotten some of these other materials quite a bit. And it looks like spirit ore is something that we get underground, just like a natural ore. And it also drops from a few enemies, but I'm not seeing those particular enemies. So I think I'm gonna have to go exploring and see what we can find underground. I must say, at night, this background looks amazing. The purples fading to the teal color, very nice. Man, we're getting so much more spawn rate at night. I didn't really find any ore in this biome, so I wonder if it's just scattered throughout the world and not necessarily just in the spirit biome. I don't think this is spirit ore. Yeah, that's just cobalt. Whoa, we have a beholder. That'll die pretty quickly. And let's just keep looking for ore. So I think I figured it out. The spirit biome didn't end where I thought it did. It actually goes down much farther because we're finding spirit mobs down here, which means I do have a chance at finding some spirit ore potentially. And if not, we can at least start finding spirit enemies that will drop spirit ore, and we can just farm it up that way. Ooh, we're finding some cool stuff though. Soul Weaver. Nice. It's like the crystal spell. It's actually quite treacherous down here with all these enemies on top of ice biome enemies. I like the remix to the underground music. It's super cool. Well, the only thing I can think of is that we're not deep enough. So let's keep on heading down, see if we can find any more enemies and stuff. Ooh, I think we finally got to the layer where we find bats. I just got my first little bit of spirit ore. There we go. That's the bat we're looking for right there. Perfect. Okay, now we're talking. We finally found it. That is for sure spirit ore. I've never seen anything like that. So in order to find spirit ore, you've got to basically be to the point where you start finding lava. And I think the reason I got so confused is because we were right on top of an ice biome, which made it a lot more difficult to realize that the spirit biome continued on. Well, we will have plenty of materials in no time now. I think we're getting pretty close to being able to go back to base and do some crafting. It took me a while to figure it out, but we've got it now. And let's craft a whole bunch of these bars right there. And let's see what we can do with it. So it looks like we can do spirit body armor, spirit headgear. Yeah, that actually looks pretty powerful for a melee class. Although I think I'm going to stick with this right here. The Seraph armor is nice. And then we've got our first set of wings. Got a wand. Definitely want to grab the wand. And then we've got 3 melee weapons. A spirit saber, a spirit spear, and a boomerang. Let's go ahead and do the saber. And then I'll try to get some more of that material and get the spear and the boomerang later. Oh yes, this looks pretty sweet. Okay, it's only doing like 200, so not that powerful. Oh, the spirit wand like falls on the ground? Interesting. Maybe we'll keep that on because we might find a use for it. The infernal shield can actually upgrade into the firewall. It does 4 defense, negates knockback, and you can double tap to dash. I love when mods add upgraded shield dashes. I actually have some frog legs, and I think I'm going to use those because frog legs are so nice and will make us fly a lot faster, which will be really good for the twins boss fight. Now we're looking so cool with these wings, and oh my goodness, we fly fast. And we can fly pretty dang high too. So let's go ahead and just demolish these bosses. I think we're gonna have no problem defeating the twins. Yeah, look how much damage we're already doing. And we can throw this Ichor spell, and that way we can do even more damage if we keep them up near that effect right there. We might even be able to defeat both of these bosses in the same night. Wow, we fly so quickly. This is so good. I am definitely starting to feel the power. Seth is getting strong. Honestly, having wings makes a huge difference. Wings and frog legs. Can't really get much better than that. And on top of that, I have the Sanguine Ward. So we're doing self-healing, plus this crazy damage with this sword, with unlimited Ichor. And there we go, we got one finished. And almost able to defeat the last one. There we go. Perfect. And we got more of these blueprint items. And now let's go ahead and fight the Destroyer. Let's see if we can do extra damage right here to all the segments. Oh yes. We're taking some hits, but it's worth it if we can do that extra damage. We should really use this scepter, I think. So today when I went into my room where I've got my computer and everything to film, there was actually some pretty crazy stuff that had happened. The room had flooded for the second time this week. So the first time it flooded was, I think last Saturday or last Monday, and it was because the drain for the washer had been plugged. Well, it's actually a plumbing issue in my house, that the sink, tub, and the drain for the laundry machine are all plugged. It's like a common line or something. We've got a plumber coming out tomorrow to fix it, but that basically caused some issues. And I thought we had pretty much solved the issue by not running the laundry machine for the last week. But then today, I walked in and it was flooded again, which was super confusing because we hadn't run the laundry. And I thought it was the same issue and just somehow we had, had that same drain overflow. But it turned out that it was actually the water heater. And within 1 week, the water heater had leaked, and my office is actually in a utility room that's been kind of turned into where I film my videos. And so we had a water heater leak, and the laundry machine drain overflow. So today I wiped up all the water again, and luckily there's a door to the outside in my room, so I was able to kind of sweep it out and then dry the rest with paper towels. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy at my house, so hopefully I'll have all this stuff resolved soon and I won't have any more water in my office. Well, we have defeated both mechanical bosses in the same night, and we still have plenty of time. So we also have blueprints now. So now it's definitely time to do some crafting. We have a hollowed staff. I didn't realize we could craft that. And then we've got a prime laser. That's from the blueprint from the Skeletron boss. So the hollowed staff looks like it shoots down these swords. Let's see if it's any good. It's probably something we've outgrown. Actually, that's pretty powerful. And then we've got the prime laser. I think this probably does infinite piercing, so it's probably a lot better than I think. There's also a melee weapon we can craft from the Destroyer blueprints, but we don't have enough, so we need to defeat him once more. But I think this will be pretty simple. If we just use this staff right here, we can do so much damage. Getting the Destroyer lag. Look at that, 4,000 damage per second. It's insane. There we go. We've defeated him again. Ooh, I just noticed when we do our dash, it does 1s and 0s. That's pretty sweet. I guess that's from this shield right here. Oh, it's a firewall. I think that's a joke, that it's like data and it's a firewall. And now we can craft the probe. So let's go ahead and do that. It seems to be a yo-yo. I'm really not into yo-yos that much. Never really used them too much. But oh wow. That's actually a really cool yo-yo. The fact that it shoots lasers is super awesome. And now that we've got a bunch of these souls, we can upgrade to an Avenger emblem right here. And then we can craft the power glove. And we should be able to do the mechanical glove now. And then we can upgrade that to the fire gauntlet eventually, but I don't want to do that just yet because it's actually a little bit worse. But once when we have dusk shards, I may upgrade to the fire gauntlet because then we can craft the shadow gauntlet and then the gauntlet of the moon eventually. But I think that's a great place to end this episode. We defeated the twins, the destroyer, we finished the Mystic Moon event, and next episode we'll be fighting this crazy purple skull boss, and I just need to figure out how to spawn it. We need to craft, with spirit bars and souls of night. We're going to be making some good progress now that we've got all these weapons and some powerful armor. Well, I hope you're enjoying this series. It's been a ton of fun so far. If you have, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm also doing a collab with Radium. We're doing a co-op playthrough of Mod of Redemption, and the videos are on his channel, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.